Good evening, guys. So you have the examination postponed. Good news, bad news. So bad news for me. How about others? What was your opinion? Your end semesters are clashing. You guys can actually write it to the board of studies or to your college if it's an autonomous thing. They would consider because everyone understands the impact of the pandemic, right? Uh, Guys, the good part, I don't know. Yes, one side, the exams postponing is definitely not a good thing, but what can you do? You did not invent Corona, no? Sorry. Yeah, Sricharan, you didn't invent Corona, right? So you can't do anything with it. The best thing to do is to make sure that you guys use your time effectively. Now, in terms of it, I think you have a 60 days now. 10 days per subject, you should be keeping it for making sure you complete the portions. The next 20 days for revision. If you can do it, there's no way that you're going to fail. There are guys tests given on the platform. Just make sure that you guys follow up with the test. And It's a good opportunity. Uh, and scoring marks well in the foundation makes a lot of impact on your further exams too. And given a choice, I would always try seeing if I can aim for a rank. I'm not saying that you have to get a rank, but there's nothing wrong in aiming for a rank. Trying to be among the top 30 of the country. Sir, what you are talking, sir? How old are you, Sri Charan? Sorry, I have a running nose today. Yeah. Did you guys try the illustration number 15? There's one concept that I need to explain. Uh, Let us directly start off with it. Miss Raki consigned 1000 sets costing 900 each to Geeta. Our agent, Miss Raki, incurred the following expenses. Geeta received delivery of 950 radio sets. On the account sale, 750 sold were for 9 lakhs. Miss Geeta incurred 10,500 for carriage. She's entitled for a commission of 6% on the sales. She incurred expenses amounting to 2,500 for repairing the damaged radio sets remaining in the inventories. Right? Miss Raki lodged a claim with the insurance company which was admitted at 35,000. Show the consignment account and Miss Geeta's account in the books of Miss Raki. So the only part out here which is new is they sent 1000 units. She received 950 units. What happens to this 50 units? Is the first question. Second one, there is a money received from the insurance company. Are you guys clear? Guys, if you are in a position to identify what is different from the old question to this question, your life tends to become a lot more easier. Okay. Sri Charan has another difficulty in life. I wish I could tell my dad to address you guys. If you study everything, the paper is easy. If you don't study everything, then the paper is difficult. That's the only difference between easy and difficult, Sri Charan. Guys, shall we start? Done reading the question? Now, let's start. First one, let us just try understanding, guys. Better way is let's just write down whatever we know. Whatever we don't know, we'll try putting it across and try. See, keep in mind that it's like a trading account. The moment you keep treating it as a trading account, your life becomes a lot more easier. First one, 1000 sent at 900 in the consignment account. What's the journal entry? To goods sent on consignment, 9 lakh. Are you clear? Then Miss Raki incurred the following expenses. What's the journal entry for it? consignment account debited to cash account in the bracket 7650 plus, sorry, straightforward, done. Miss Geeta received delivery for 950 sets. We'll try looking into it. What is it to be done? An account sale was sent, showed that 750 sets were sold for 9 lakh. 750 sets were sold for 9 lakh. What's the journal entry for selling 750 sets for 9 lakhs? In Geeta's account, and here you'll write her name by Geeta, 9 lakh, year 2 consignment, 9 lakh. Yes or no? Then I have left, guys, I've still not taken this 50 sets. We'll come to it a little later. Uh, Geeta incurred a carriage of 10,500. So to carriage 10, sorry, Geeta incurred, no? To Geeta 10,500. She incurred expenses 2,500 to repairs. Again to Geeta 2,500. And she has a commission of 6% on the sales. To Geeta 5,40,000. Guys, so every question, no matter what, you know how to do all of this. You won't write to carriage, no, Harini. Here by consignment 10,500, 2,500, 5 lakh 40,000. Anyone, any doubt? So I'm left with two things now. One is, guys, here I sent 1,000, she received 950, sold 750. So there are two things. One, the loss of 50 units. Second one is the closing stock of 200 units. Are you clear? These two have to be recorded. Is everyone clear? Now you need to understand, an insurance company will only repay you back for an abnormal loss, not for a normal loss. So even though they give you normal or abnormal, it's an abnormal loss for me. Now I need to find out the cost of 50 units which are lost, because insurance company has only paid 35,000. The balance will become my abnormal loss. Are you clear? So I'll find the cost of 50 units, reduce the insurance premium, whatever I'm getting, the balance becomes my abnormal loss. Are you clear? Guys, are you all clear? Now let me find the cost of this 1000 units first. Then I'll try finding out the cost of 50 units and 950 units. We'll be doing a question on the normal loss also, Arnie. Okay. Now the loss is incurred when Miss Raki sent to Geeta. That is, the loss is here not after it has been received on Geeta's end. So I'll only be considering the expenses incurred by Raki on it, which is basically 9 lakh plus 10,900. Are you clear why I'm only taking 10,900? Are you guys clear? Guys, whoever is attending a session, maybe you can just drop in your say hi in the group so that at least we know who you are. I know few people, Sri Charan, Medha, Kasak, Lavanya. Others, if you're there, if you can ping it, it becomes easier. Right? 9 lakh 10,000 is the cost of 1,000 units. 50 units is lost. What is going to be the cost of 50 units? Do the cross multiplication. What's going to be the cost of 50 units? Okay. Jerin, see here. Raki sent 1,000 units to Geeta, but Geeta received only 950 units. So this 50 units loss will be taken into consideration only till the extent of the cost incurred by Raki, because the loss has happened in this transition. So if I go back to the question, see here, these are the only two costs incurred by Raki, and Raki incurred these costs for 1,000 units. My loss is 50 units, so how much would be the cost? 45545. Are you clear? Done. Now guys, 45,545 is the cost. How much did insurance premium give? How much did you get by insurance premium? So how much is your loss? So here I will write by insurance company. Are you guys clear? Guys, are you clear? Sorry. Because you have to record the total value. Guys, are you clear with this? Now everyone see here, The cost of 1000 units was 9,10,900. Cost of 950 units is 9,10,900 minus 45545. How much is it? So Geeta received, are you clear? Geeta has received goods worth rupees 86,005 86 53 55. Are you clear? Done. Now, after it reaches Geeta, she has incurred three expenses. One is carriage, one more is repairs, one more is the commission. Now, my closing stock is 200 units. To find out the value of closing stock, which are the expenses that I need to consider? Okay, which are the expenses I need to consider? The expenses which I'll be considering will only be this, not these two. Are you clear? Commission anyway we don't consider, this one also. Are you guys clear? What is received, sir? Sir, I am trying to find the value of closing stock, Kasak. Sorry, madam. I told you when you are trying to find the value of closing stock, you consider all the expenses except selling and distribution, finance charges, abnormal loss, and storage cost. So the cost is basically, if I look into it, for the cost, my 200 units at 900, 10,900 was incurred for how many units? 1000 units. I need to find out equivalent cost of 200 units. This is expenses incurred by Raki. So that will come to 2180. Then Geeta incurred, guys, this is the one part where students get lot of confusion. Geeta incurred 10,500 on the cartage. Did she incur this 10,500 on 1000 units or 950 units? That is the value of the goods, Kasak. So 10,500 is the cost for 950 units. I am left with how many units? 200 units. So do a cross multiplication. How much will that be? How much will that be? 2211. So this will be the value of closing stock. Are you clear? Yes, you have a doubt? Yes, should I re-explain again? Okay, guys, see here. I have my value of closing stock. I have 200 units left. Now, first one, what is the cost of the product? 200 into 900, 1 lakh 80,000, correct? Second one, all the expenses incurred by Rakiv, she incurred freight and insurance. She incurred 10,900 rupees for 1000 units. You need to find it for 200 units. So that will come to 2180. Then Geeta incurred 3 expenses, out of which only one expense is taken for the stock. Geeta incurred 10,500 for 950 units. My closing stock is 200 units. That comes to 2211. Are you guys clear? I'll go back here and I'll write buy inventories 184391. So I'll doing it. I'll get my profit and loss. Are you all clear? Guys, did you do this question? Guys, did you do this question? Illustration number 6. Guys, say whether you did it or not so that I can look into it. Okay, let's start this question. Guys, read the question. So, Vikram Foods. So, let's start directly doing it. I'm not reading through the question. Let's start directly doing it. 500 kgs packed in 200 tins of 600. So, guys, what's the cost price to goods sent on consignment? To goods sent on consignment, 2000 kgs, cost price is 10, so that will be 20,000. Then you have 6, that is how many packets are there? 6,000 packets are there. 6,000 packets into 6. Done? The consignment was booked on freight to pay basis. Freight charges came to 2% of the selling price. What does it mean? Freight to pay. The freight charges are going to be borne by the agent because once he receives, he is supposed to pay. Okay. He shall be paying it on the entire sales value. Freight charges are going to be paid on the entire sales value. If you assume to sell everything, that will be 2000 into 15, 30,000. Then 6,000 into 7, 42,000. So on this 72,000, you have to pay a commission of 2%, which comes to 1,140. So two Sundar stores, 1440. Are you guys clear? They are directly asking take the entire thing and pay the sales value of it. So they lost 51 kg tins. The transport carrier admitted for a 450 rupees on it. Okay. Now, if I try looking into it, what is going to be my cost of this goods lost in transit? Let's try understanding. Now, what is the cost price of this 50 tins? Can I say 50 into 10, 500? Then there is a freight charge. The only part is the freight charge is paid by the agent, and he's paying 2% of 50 is sold at 15, so 750 rupees, which is 15, 515. Are you clear? Guys, did you understand this? The freight has been paid by the agent, but it is still a cost which has to be incurred at the transportation. So the total cost of the goods for you was what? 515. Are you clear? Now, the insurance or the trade company, they agree to give him what? 450 rupees. Therefore, the loss is what? 65. Are you clear? So, first thing, buy Sundar stores for the sales made. That's going to be 150,500 into 15, 22,500, and 4,000 into half a kg tin of 7, which is 28,000. So total 50,500. By insurance claim 450. By profit and loss or abnormal loss 65. Done. Are you guys clear till now? Now the next part which is left is what? Expenses which are there. He has sent that there is a rental expense of 600, and commission is going to be 5% of the sales value. So two Sundar stores. The rent amount is what? Two Sundar stores. Rent amount is 600. To commission 5% of 50,500. 5% of 50,500, which is 2525. Are you clear? Done. Now, the next part which is change is the closing stock value. Now, closing stock value, guys, see here. For finding out the value of closing stock, I directly know two things. One is I have only 450 tins, right? So see here, I have sent 2000, out of which 1500 is sold, 50 is lost, so I'm left with what? 450 tens, and this 450 tens are at 10 rupees, that is 4500, plus I have another 2000 packets at 6, which is 12,000, right? Along with it, I need to add a freight of 2% of the selling price. So selling price is what? 450 into 15 plus 2000 into 7, that comes to 415. Are you guys clear? So buy inventories 16915. Guys, if you see, every question is the same repetition. Only thing you need to understand is if you can get the treatment of loss of abnormal. Second one is the part of your closing stock. You're done with this chapter. The trick is very simple. Whatever expenses consigner incurs, that is going to be cash. Whatever expenses the consignee incurs, that's going to be on his name. For valuation of closing stock, you will only take into expenses except selling and distribution. Storage, here I cannot be taking the storage cost as well as the commission because selling expenses. Are you guys clear? Guys, are you done? Can we go to the next question, guys? The other things you can just find out on it. These were the two things. You'll get a profit of. Guys, this question I'm not going to be doing it. I'll leave it to you guys. You can try it out later. These two questions are pretty straightforward. Try it out, 8th and ninth. Uh, Try out. I'll send the solutions if you guys want later. Check on it if you want to do anything. Guys, shall we start? Now, this is a little complicated. I want you guys to understand what we mean. See, till now, whatever we did, the consigner was sending it to the consignee and he was selling to the customer. Whatever the selling price is, you have to reduce your expenses here. Expenses here, you would have got your profit. And your closing stock was at cost price, yes or no? Done. Now, what do we mean by invoice price? Now, when the consigner sends it to the consignee, instead of selling it at the cost price, he will be selling it at the cost plus profit, which is known as the invoice price. So he will include his profit. Let's say if it is 100, he will send him it at 120 rupees. Now he will be selling it, let's say, at 150. Now to find out the profit, the challenge here is the closing stock, because here the closing stock includes a margin that has to be removed off, because as per the rule, closing stock should be valued only at the cost price, not at the invoice price. Are you guys clear? Like a margin on it. He'll only know the invoice price. And anyway, you're. Shall we start? Guys, shall we start? Guys, read this question carefully. I'll give you guys 2 minutes. Guys, done reading the question? Done? Now see here, what is he saying? Anand of Bangalore consigned to Raj of Pune goods to be sold at an invoice price which represents 125% of the cost. Raj is entitled on a commission of 10% on sales at invoice price, 25% of any excess realized over the invoice price. The expenses on freight, blah blah blah, were incurred by Anand. The account sales received by Anand shows that the affected sales amounting to 1,20,000 in respect of 75% of the consignment. His selling expenses to be reimbursed 9,600, 10% of the consignment. The value were destroyed in fire at the Pune godown and the insurance company paid only 12,000. Raj remitted the balance in favor of Anand. Actually, very straightforward question if you look into it. Now, what is the value of the goods sent on consignment? Nowhere given. Value of the goods. This is where examination. This is an examination question. So look into it. They have not told the my first entry in the consignment account is basically called as what? Two goods sent on consignment, some amount. But if I see everywhere, nowhere the information is given. But there is one information. See here. If 10% of the goods sent on consignment represents 15,000, how much should be 100% then? Are you guys clear? So to goods sent on consignment will be 1 lakh. Done. Second one. Anand incurred 12,000 on freight and insurance. What's the journal entry? What's going to be the journal entry for this, guys? Expense incurred by Anand. Consignment to cash or bank, 12,000. Next one. Done. Now, how much is the sales value you have got through account sales? How much is the sales value? By, correct. That is okay. Done. Okay. Now till here it is all standard, right? Now where is the challenge on it? Guys, see here. Whenever you are sending goods at an invoice price, whatever is the margin, you have to reduce it from the goods sent on consignment. Are you clear? Now they are saying, see here, the margin here is represents 125% of the cost. Invoice price represents what? 125% of the cost. So if your cost is 100, margin is 25, that will represent 125. This is 1,50,000 for me. Therefore, what is going to be the cost price and what is going to be the margin? Do the cross multiplication. 25 into 1,50,000 divided by 125. This is my margin. Therefore, cost will become 1,20,000. Are you clear? Are you guys clear? Right? Now, guys, I have recorded here at 1,50,000. How do I reduce it to 1,20,000? Is I will be writing it on the opposite side, saying buy goods sent on consignment 30,000. Did you understand this? Yes, sir. Guys, are you clear till now? Now, 75% of the goods are sold, correct? 75% of the goods are sold. 10% is a abnormal loss, and therefore 15% will become the closing inventory. Yes or no? No, Arni, you have to put it on the opposite side. Guys, are you clear? 75% they have sold, 10% is my abnormal loss, 15% becomes my closing inventory, the balancing figure. Now let me find the value of the 10%. I know 10%, the cost price is, see here, 15,000 represents invoice price. I have to find the cost price. Therefore, 15,000, if it represents 125, what will be the value at 100? Do a cross multiplication. 12,000 rupees. Are you clear? So the cost of 10% is 12,000. Then he has spent 12,000 on the freight. 12,000 is for 100%. The abnormal loss is 10%. That will be 1,200. 15% is my closing inventory, so I'll do it here only. So I'll have to add my freight charges, 1,200. So 13,200 becomes my cost of 10%. Now, insurance company paid only how much? 12,000. So how much is your loss? 1,200 is the loss. So how do I record it? By insurance company 12,000, by abnormal loss 1,200. Are you clear? Done. The next part, which is actually quite difficult in this question, is actually finding out the commission. Okay, guys, what are they saying with regards to the commission? He will be getting a commission of 10% of the invoice price. Now, what I will do is here, 1,50,000 represents 100% at the invoice price. What is 75%? Do a cross multiplication. I think it will come to 112,500 will be the 75% value. Now he is selling it for 1,20,000. So what they are saying, for whatever he has sold at invoice price, he will get 10% commission. That is 11,250. Clear? How much more did he sell more than the invoice price? 7,500. On this, he needs a 25% commission. That will be 1,875. So the total commission is 13,125. Should I repeat this or are you guys clear with this? See, read it. What they are saying, for the invoice price, is gonna get 10%. For anything more than the invoice price, he will get 25%. If you understood this, this is just converting English into numbers. Kasak madam, he has sold 75% for 1,20,000 madam. 75%. See the value he has sent 1,50,000. Uska 75% nikalo. When you find 75% of it, it will come 1,25,000. 1,12,500. He has sold it for 1,25,000. So what they are saying, boss, whatever you would have done regularly, for that I'll give 10%. Whatever you have done more than the regular one, that is 7,500. On that, you'll be getting a 25%. Understood? Therefore, you will end up getting this as your commission. Understood, Kasak and Kumar? Now, this one, selling expenses, then 2 Raj commission 13,125. I have to find the value of closing stock. I have to find the value of closing stock. How much of closing stock is left? 15%. 15% of 1,50,000. First you find out. And you have incurred a freight charge of 12,000. 15% of that. So if you, how much does it come to? 15% of 1,50,000. 22,500 plus 1,800. So 24,300 is the value of closing stock. Is this closing stock at invoice price or cost price? Is this 24,300 at invoice price at right? So 22,500, right? 100, 25, 125. This represents 22,500 represents. So I have to find out the margin. Do it. 22,500 into 25 by 125. How much does it come to? 4,500. So the second difference is here. We'll write buy inventories. Buy inventories 24,300. Here you will write to inventories reserve 4,500. So if you see, the biggest difference is here on the goods sent, whatever reserve is there, you have to remove off. On the inventories, whatever is there, you have to remove it off. These two you do it, 5 become a general P&L. Are you guys clear? So these are the two differences. Guys, are you clear? Done. Okay, guys, assemble back at 6 o'clock on the same link. We'll be doing average due date. This will take like 40 minutes. We'll complete this again, take a break and finish off the other chapter called account current. That's also a pretty straightforward chapter. These three chapters, whatever I'm doing now, one of them is going to come in for your exam. So just try looking into it. I think I might either we stretch half an hour today and complete off the last part, or maybe we'll try pushing it across. See you guys at 6 o'clock. I'll just log into the YouTube. It's going to be on the streaming side. Just log into that. Thank you guys. See you at 6.